I'm a really good lawyer.
I'm a really good lawyer.
That one line had me going. And with that, we had Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, in the MCU. But what will Daredevil's costume look like in future MCU appearances? It is said that Daredevil is going to be appearing in the She-Hulk Disney Plus series, as well as the Echo series, which I truly think that we're going to get a deeper relationship between him and Echo in that series. And that begs the question, where is the future of Daredevil going? So, in past iterations of Daredevil, we've seen him hit the big screen in the Daredevil movie featuring Ben Affleck. Now, this was one of the first comic book movies ever created, and it was an utter disaster. I'm talking, nobody liked the film, it did terrible in the box office, killed the character for a long period of time. But it wasn't until Netflix revived the character in the creation of the Daredevil series, which we got 3 seasons. In this series, we got to really get a better understanding of Matt Murdock, and we got to see him transcend from the lawyer to the hero known as Daredevil. It was glorious. Some of the best writing that comic books have ever seen. It was cut too short with the end of season 3. And I can speak for myself and say there was plenty of fans that were super disappointed. And there was actually a trending hashtag that ran called Save Daredevil, where we saw thousands of people communicate that they wanted to see Daredevil back in the MCU. It wasn't until Spider-Man No Way Home that we got our first look at Matt Murdock as Daredevil. Well, not actually Daredevil, as just a Spider-Man's lawyer and helping him with his case. Let's go ahead and show you my costume. First, starting with the bodysuit. So this suit is actually from a company that I purchased multiple suits from called White Sheep Leather. As you can see, there's a different red here on the chest and a line right here compared to this darker maroon. Now that is actually a custom fabric that I purchased from a costume creator named Gaslight Co. Now, he didn't actually assemble the suit together for me. The reason I had to put in this chest piece was just due to the sizing on this suit when it came in. It was all red before, and the chest was just way too small. With me being 6 feet tall and a somewhat muscular build, it just showed, the chest line was right here where my chest lies right here. So what I had to do was I actually cut 1/2-inch foam pieces, and what I did next was I just gave the fabric to a seamstress, and I just told them what I wanted, and they were able to create this look. Now, another reason that I decided to do this other red was because the gloves that I had custom made for me are a different red. So if there was just like one of this like more bright, vibrant red there, it would have kind of taken away from the look and made it look kind of weird. And there we go. Now you can see that this suit is really tight, and when I first purchased it, it was even tighter. Luckily, it was kind of a mistake on my end. With my last purchase of my last Daredevil suit, I had to go and get it tailored on the arms because they were so loose. So I was like, hey, make sure that you make the suit tight. I don't want to spend an extra like $100 to get it retailored. Made it a little bit small. Now the good thing with that is this is a stretch fabric, so it has kind of like loosened up since then, and it's become a lot more easy to kind of wear, and it's kind of gotten its worn in fillings as of yet. Now the next piece I want to talk about that you're not really seeing as of yet is the boots that go with the Daredevil costume. Now these boots came in black, my first pair that I actually worked on. So what I did was I actually got some red leather maroon paint, and I just went in and I just painted all this. Now before I did that, I got some red shoelaces with the silver tips, because the whole purpose of this costume is to have the 2 different red sources and silver, okay? And then what I did was I just used a maroon color fabric for this other spot, which really seems to match the other parts of the suit. Now, issues that I had with my first pair of boots was the paint was kind of wearing off this, as you can kind of see there, and I've only worn these once to Comic-Con. I really love the look of these, but it's more of the athletic build, and I wanted something a little bit bigger and bulkier, alright? So, out with the old and in with the new. Now, here are my other custom Daredevil boots. So I just really like these. There's a lot of silver, they've got the buckles there, and they just look more like superhero boots in my opinion. And this time, what I did to kind of keep the paint from smearing off was I just put on lighter coats, and I didn't do as many. As you can see, I've worn these a couple times. They look amazing, and they also give you like couple extra inches on your feet. They're really nice. The next thing that I want to show you guys is, you might be asking like, why do I have all this Velcro on everywhere? The reason that I keep the Velcro is because this belt buckle here, custom made by Tito's Custom Belt Buckle Services. I absolutely love it. It was really nice. It's like 120 bucks. And the cool thing is I actually designed it, and they just sent it over my way, and it came right in time for Comic-Con. It was perfect. The next piece is this, which I can't put on my belt until this is connected. So this is a baton holder. This is way more comic accurate, and my whole goal with creating this suit was creating something that could be in the MCU and looked just like it did in the comics. If you know me, I love Daredevil. I have double D tattoo. I have a whole Daredevil wall here in my room. And like I said, I've really just been fantasizing about what this character would look like in real life. Again, I also have a piece of Velcro there to keep this strap down. Then I just put these little pieces on. And then there's also a piece of Velcro on the underneath the leg here on this side that allows it to stay here, because once the batons or billy clubs come in, it actually starts to get a little heavy, and what will happen is these straps won't want to sit where you have it lined. So I'll just realign that right there. So these are some custom batons that I made. These are really cool. So the whole theme with my Daredevil suit was just keeping the double D in. These are awesome, and this was actually one of the very first projects that I worked on, and it really got me into realizing that I love doing this. This is so much fun. So that's one of the things with this suit is this is one of the suits that I've actually put a lot of work into myself. This is a new addition. So the reason that I actually added this neck sill, which is actually a neck sill from the Dark Knight series, and what I did is I just used a maroon leather paint. I don't know how long this is gonna last, as urethane doesn't hold paint forever. But the good thing is it really only took me like 30-45 minutes. And then what I did is I just used black over it and gave it kind of that nice weathered down look. So I actually have it airbrush, and I just put some black airbrush paint in it, and I just set the suit out. And once I had this chest attached, it was a lot more of like a bright red, and I just like really wanted that like worn in, gritty kind of look. And so I just got the airbrush, slightly went over the entire suit. The night before I had to leave for Comic-Con, I literally worked on this suit for like 10+ hours, was stressing that I wasn't going to be able to get it done, and it was a lot of work, honestly. And the reason that I actually did a weathering for this as well, because I did a weathering also on the cowl, which kind of gives it that black around the edges and just makes it look a little bit more realistic. The reason that I added this neck sill is I just really didn't like the way that the undergarment right here would always be like pulling up, and it would give like this like weird look on the neck, kind of a bunch of creases and stuff. So I just was like, hey, let me try this out, and like it was a perfect fit. And I wasn't really using this initially. I bought this for my Jason Todd cosplay, and I ended up using a different version. So here is the original piece that I was wearing at LA Comic-Con. Now I can put this thing on. Now the only issue that I was having with this, whenever I would put this thing on, as you can see, it's kind of tight in here, and it would like really push up against my face and like give me these weird indentions, and was extremely uncomfortable. And unfortunately, what ended up happening with my first Hernandez FX cowl, which is the creator of this, ripped down the side. So I'm gonna show you that here in a second. This is a reprint that he made me. Luckily, I'm still able to use the other one, as it still works, it still gets the job done. And I'll show you a way that I I got around using it so that I can actually, look at this. So what I did, since I have this neck piece, I don't really need it to go all the way down and tuck in. So what I did is White Sheep Leather had sent me an extra one of these undergarments right here. And I just went in, I lined up right where I needed everything to be, and then I just cut it off, right? So that, and then I just glued it inside of here very carefully. And that allows me to have a lot more headspace inside of here, and it doesn't really push up against my face. Gives me that nice look that I was looking for all along. And the issue that I have here, I'll show you guys right here, is you can kind of see it. See where it's ripping right there? I mean, eventually I'm probably going to have to move to the other one. But as of right now, this one does the trick. It works. And the way that I put this on, I have to be very careful. So I'll actually just kind of tuck this in underneath here. And this is also why, like, I mean, a lot of the times I will just take this off. I mean, I just wanted to show you guys first. And I'll actually show you right here. So you see how, like, it just, like, has, it makes the neck look really big and wide. And, I mean, I wanted this costume to be perfect. I really wanted everything to look just like it would in the comics, and I really went all out on it. And see, I just don't like that. I don't like those creases there. And there we have it. See, so there's really like not that much showing. And the cool thing is I can still move my head pretty well from side to side. And like I said before, it's actually really comfortable for me. I mean, I'm wearing a Daredevil costume, so a lot of these cosplays that I have are extremely uncomfortable, and other than the Spider-Man suits, like, if you're really looking for comfort and you're new to cosplay, like, get a Spider-Man suit. Definitely don't get a Captain America suit, or even this right now, like, it's hot inside my room, so I'm, like, starting to sweat a little bit from it, but, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? So, the last piece that we have to put on, of course, is gonna be the gloves. So, put these bad boys on. And again, these gloves are a little bit sticky, like, remember I told you this under it is. So, here we go. And there you have it. Now that we have the suit all on, I want to go ahead and give you guys a detailed look of this out on the streets of Hell's Kitchen. Let's go. Piece I want to show you guys for this Daredevil suit that I actually had printed for me is this extremely awesome but scary samurai mask. I have a buddy that does 3D printing, and then what we did is he just sent me the 3D file. I sanded this bad boy down. I did a few different layers of paints, and then I just what you do is I have like a little like adhesive like sticking stick, and since this is urethane itself, you can literally just stick it right there. Have you ever danced with the devil in the dark blue night? Oh shoot. The cool thing is I had to wear a mask for Comic-Con. So I was like, you know what, bro? I'm going in style. I'm gonna let the people see what's up. I'll give you guys a better close-up view of the mask itself. And, I mean, it just looks so freaking sick altogether. I mean, I love this just color design. Everything worked out so perfect. Before I had received all the items, I was kind of waiting for everything, and it was super last minute. I was, I literally got, like, the belt buckle the weekend of. Same with the mask. Like, I was worried I wasn't going to be able to display the costume because I would be missing a piece or two, but everything arrived. It was perfect. And the thing that was so freaking awesome about this costume itself is, like, I love how there's multiple colors in it. There's multiple reds, but they all, like, favor each other, you know? Because, like, we got this, like, lighter red here that matches the eyes, and this red here kind of matches the lighter colors as well, and the double D is that darker maroon, so everything just fits so well, and to me looks perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better costume, you know? Like, this is by far my costume. Like, this is my look. This is me. I know my name is Spider-Man in real life, and that's what the brands bill around, but for me, I've always seen myself more as Daredevil. And so being able to bring this character to life in a way that I wanted, I envisioned, you know, it's really something special to me. So, if you enjoyed today's video, again, make sure to leave a like, make sure to comment, show your support there. It means a lot to me. I'm going to continue to release videos every single week. You know, I just can't wait to see what we're going to see for Daredevil here in the future, you know? So what do you guys think? Do you think that the new Daredevil costume that they'll be releasing will be better than this one? I mean, yeah, I don't want to flex too hard, but I mean, maybe I'm just a little like a little indifferent because you know, I have this costume, but I think this is a hard costume to be. I mean, like, for me, I feel like this costume truly is on par with some of the suits that we are seeing in the MCU right now. And the coolest thing about all this is I really designed this, I created this, and nobody else has a costume like this. There's some similar looks, but, you know, no one else has like a comic style accurate Daredevil suit. And, you know, I mean, I'm hoping that we continue to get more love for the character because, I mean, if you're watching this and you're this far deep into the video, then you know that Daredevil deserves a hype. He is such an awesome character. He has some absolutely amazing stories. And with all that being said, I'm out. Gotta go fight crime, you know? We're in Hell's Kitchen and I can hear people from miles away. Somebody is over there. So, I'll see you later. Peace out.